Shalom Obracha from Yerushalayim. We will continue with our series of videos discussing specific minhagim associated with particular Shabbatot. We're up to Perashat Beshalah, the parasha where Bnei Israel sing the Shira al Hayam, and that therefore this Shabbat is also known as Shabbat Shira, and there are a number of interesting minhagim associated with this Shabbat. We will begin with the Tefilla and the Zemirot. Every Shabbat, one of the Hazanim will say the Azashir himself, and the people will quietly say it to themselves. However, Shabbat Shira, the entire Kahal in unison sing the Shira, beginning with Vayosha, with the Ta'amim. So Vayosha Amunai, and they will continue through the end of the Shira, and not only that, they will continue following the end of the Shira and continue with Tikah Miriam and Nebi'ah, Ahot Aaron, until Ki Ani Hashem Rofe'echa. This is the custom in many Kehillot in New York. It's the custom, of course, in Ades and in other Syrian Kehillot throughout the world. It is a minhag which is from Halab, and for an in-depth discussion regarding this minhag, it would be beneficial to see the beautiful video prepared by my colleague, Mr. Morris Arking. It's video number 88, discussing this particular minhag. Shahrit is in Makam Ajam, a very festive Makam, and because it is often that Tu B'Shvat falls the week following the reading of Parashat Beshalah, when it does fall during the week, the Hazan will often switch in Semehim from Maqam Ajan to Maqam Saba in order to be able to sing the Semehim to the tune of Ya El Gadol Ve'Nedar, which is a beautiful Pizmon. It's found actually twice in the Shir Baha, once on page 72 as part of the Bakashot, and once on page 391. It's based on the tune, the Arabic song associated with Tu B'Shvat, and you'll find many Hazanim who do that. When we take out the Sefer Torah, there's usually, not always, but sometimes there is a Pizmon which is associated with the Parasha, and the Pizmon associated with Parashat Beshalah is Rahum Atta. And now on the beautiful Pizmon, we're very familiar to all of you, it's on page 216. As a matter of fact, in the Pizmonim book, you will look at page 572 where you have a list of the Pizmonim which are associated with particular Shabbatot, and usually that's the Pizmon that we sing as we take out the Sefer Torah that week. In the Kriyat Sefer Torah, it happens throughout the Hamishah Torah, but many times prior to the Shira and during the Shira, there is a tam at the end of the Pasuk, right before the Sof Pasuk, which is called Tarha Aruka, where the Koreh will extend the Tarha, giving a more dramatic backdrop to the Pesukim. In this beautiful tikkun that the Kehillah recently published, Birkat Abraham, the Sephardic Heritage Foundation, they created a special symbol to denote when that Tarha Ruka is to be said. It's a little triangle above the word that has the Tarha. I've seen it sung by the Koreh, sometimes in extended Siga, and sometimes when they go into the Hosseini Makam. Shishi, of course, is the Shirat Hayam. Following the Shirat Hayam, the parasha we talk about, we read about the war with Amalek. Now here there is a practice which we'll find not only in our Kehillah, but in many other communities throughout the world, especially the Ashkenazim, where when they get to the word Amalek, people will bang lightly with their feet. Now this is not, I can't elevate this to the status of a minhag. It's not sourced anywhere. It's something that growing up, I remember some people would do it, many wouldn't. So it's a practice, not a minhag, and it's a practice actually that Hachamim were concerned, and in certain teshuvot, a little critical if this light banging became anything more than that and became disruptive to the decorum and to the kavod of the Bet HaKnesset and the kavod of the person banging, of course. And if it in any way disrupts the reader, then it's not looked upon favorably by the Hachamim. Finally, Minha, of course, we read Parashat Yitro, the parasha which includes the Aseret Diberot. There's a beautiful custom in Halab, that began in Halab, that we read the Aseret Diberot with the Arabic Targum, the Ashur Kilmat, which means 10 Commandments. It's called Ibtidat Kalamna. It's on page 515 in the Pizmonim books. It's a beautiful custom, and Joey Mosseri mentions to me that he remembers that in Bnei Yosef, Yizacher Batov, Abraham Dweck used to read it during Seudah Shlishit. Once you read Parashat Yitro, now's the time where you can read Ibtidat Kalamna. So he used to read during Seudah Shlishit. Actually, in Halab, and the way we used to do it in Israel, it's done, there's usually a big get-together, Motza'ei Shabbat. They used to do it, the Motza'ei Shabbat of Parashat Beshalah. They used to get together, very festive atmosphere. They used to read that Kalamna and Halab. I heard that they used to sell the zechut to read one of the Aseret Diberot, and it was a very big honor. So it's a beautiful custom, and I know there are synagogues in New York that still maintain this custom. I know when there's a minyan of Joey Mosseri in Bet Torah, which insists on singing Ibtidat Kalamna. It has a very unique tune, and inshallah we should keep this great custom going. Kol Tuv.